And this way, you know, we're getting value out of this dead weight rather than just putting it there for no reason. Taking draw here. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're all having a magical day. Thank you for taking the time to support the channel. Make sure to like the video. It really does help. Today, we are playing the anti-meta, taking advantage of the best of one meta, which in my opinion consists primarily of creature-based aggro decks. Mono red, mono white, rogues, Winota, and then we have Sultai Ultimatum kind of as that outlier. 4 out of 5 top meta decks right now are creature-based aggro / tempo. Let's take advantage of that with mono black enchantments, utilizing Lurrus, Hateful Eidolon, removing everything in our path that's a creature while getting some draws from it and having the ability to replay that removal from the grave. So this is a great deck in the current best of one meta. In the video, we're going to break down the deck list in depth. If you're kind of unfamiliar with the deck, don't worry. Going through each strategy, synergy, you know, combo involved within it, just so you get a good idea of how it will effectively all work together. And then we'll showcase the gameplay footage to further showcase this, breaking down that play lines and interactions, so you get a good idea of actually how it's going to work real life within the Mythic meta. And then wrapping up with my final thoughts and deck review, just you know, giving you throughout this process a good idea whether or not the deck fits your personal playstyle and your wildcard collection. So again, thank you all for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about it, because when we hit 35,000 subs, I'll be giving out a rare playset to the D&D expansion that's out in like 13 days or something. So that's really cool. Get in on that, share it to your friends, and let's get into the video. 60 card, best of one, 1.9 average mana value. Woof, pretty quick here. 25 non-creatures with 15 creatures and 20 land to support the lighter curve here. However, we do have the 4 copies of Malakir's Rebirth, which makes the land total really friendly, still playing with that 24, but having the option, if we do run into a little bit more land than we'd like, to play Malakir's Rebirth instead of Malakir's Mire, which is really nice. If you're unfamiliar with the Rebirth, for 1 mana at instant speed, choose target creature, you lose 2 life until the end of turn. If that creature were to die, it will be returned into the battlefield tapped under its owner's control, which is really nice. And of course, you know, we want to be using that on something like the Archfiend's Vessel, because it's going to come back as a 5/5. We can use it on our Hateful Eidolon because that's our draw engine, and we can also use it on something like Lurrus because Lurrus can bring everything else back from the grave, right? So that's really nice. That's kind of the priority there. We also have other recursion through Call of the Death Dweller for 3 at sorcery speed. Return up to 2 target creature cards with total mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a death touch counter on either of them and a menace counter on either of them as well, which is really nice, right? So with the Dweller, the same as the Rebirth, we're using it on the Vessel, on the Eidolon, and on Lurrus, you know, just to get our engines back in play to progress through the rest of the match. I talked about, you know, the recursion of creatures, but through Lurrus, we actually have recursion through auras as well, because Lurrus is a 3/2 for 3 with lifelink, and during each of your turns, you may cast 1 permanent spell with mana value 2 or less, and of course, our enchantments are permanent, so we get access to play things like Mire's Grasp from our grave. Enchanted creature gets -3/-3. That's going to remove anything you want. We also have 4 copies of Dead Weight for 1. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2. Again, great removal here. 2 copies of Mogis Favor. Enchanted creature gets +2/-1. So we can use this as removal or as a stat buff for our own creatures, which is really nice for some extra damn. We've, you know, speaking of a damage increase, sorry about that, we have Demonic Embrace. Enchanted creature gets +3/+1 and has flying. That's really good because we have a lot of creatures in the deck, even though it may not sound like it. Of course, Vessel, Lurrus, Eidolon are the main 3, but we also have our Aphemia of Cacophony or whatever. A 2/1 with flying, and at the beginning of your end step, you may exile an enchantment card from your graveyard if you do create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. So we can create zombies through the Cacophony. We can also create zombies through Tymaret Calls the Dead. A saga for 3 when it enters play and on our next draw step. Mill 3 cards. Then you may exile a creature or enchantment card from your graveyard if you do create a 2/2 black zombie creature token, right? So a similar effect there. And then finally, on our second draw step after we've played it, our third trigger of it, you gain X life and scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control, which is pretty decent as well. So there's ways to create zombies on top of the creatures that we already have, and then we're using Demonic Embrace, the +3/+1 on flying on maybe one of our zombie tokens, right? And if that creature dies, this is an aura that's enchanted to one of our creatures, so we'll get the draw through the Eidolon. Keep that in mind, and we can replay it from the grave by paying 3 life, discarding a card from our hand, as well as paying 3 mana, which is fairly reasonable. There's 3 copies of Faceless Haven in case we really run into big trouble, and of course the Snow Swamps to support that. I believe that is the entirety of the deck, right? There's not much going on here, right? You want to get your draw engine in play as soon as you can, and then you want to remove all of your opponent's baddies. Then you want to find some form of recursion, whether it be Lurrus to replay those enchantments or just continue to draw more of them. And then, making those zombies, giving something flying, and just applying as much pressure as you can to your opponent while you're kind of picking off their important pieces. And again, this is an anti-creature deck. Remove the creatures. If you're playing against a Winota, prioritize the non-humans first. But again, you should have no problem picking them all off along your journey. So that's the deck tech. Thanks again for watching. We'll break into the gameplay footage now, but before we do, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to your friends, because if you don't, they're going to miss out on our 500,000 gem giveaway, as well as the complete rare playset to D&D expansion that we're going to be giving to one lucky subscriber. So definitely do not miss out on that. Check out the Linktree link for more information and ways to support the channel. I hope you all have a magical day. Enjoy, and we'll be back after the gameplay to wrap up with my final thoughts. Our opponent plays first. Today, we are representing mono black auras. I think it's a good deck. We'll play the Vessel first. Eidolon is of higher value, so we really don't want to play that until we can get value from it. Ooh, that's a good card. Some removal off our top would be cool. Okay. We'll sneak those into play. I mean, worst case scenario, we double block. I guess it would be triple block because of the additional +1/+1 counter. Okay, that's fine for now. Let's just keep going wide here. Those are all lands. That actually is kind of good for us, though, long term. Get those out of the way. I suppose the Haven kind of sucks. The Rebirth could go either way, but we have Death Dweller, so it doesn't matter. Oh, that's good. That is good. Lyndon? Why are you doing this to me? So without the 2/2, we can't really defend this. We will, of course, throw in the Vessel and one of the Eidolons, because we can bring them both back. But I don't see us coming back from this. Maybe the 2/5/5s is good. We go straight to the 2/5/5s now. Or do we bring them back with Lurrus? Lurrus is probably like a lot better of an option. No attacks. We're still in a really bad spot here. Oh, we lose Lurrus. Nice. That's a lot of devotion. I don't think we're coming back from that. Heliod, Luminar can hit. They gain, 6 life from it. Well, they actually gain a bunch from Linden, too. Linden's so good. It goes on Linden. Weird. And now just Heliod attacks. So they don't want to lose a creature at all. I suppose we just take this damage. Sucks, but whatever. We finally get some removal. We need more. Let's snag this. It drops their devotion. Not enough, but still good. Right, we get a 3/3 to chump block with. We get a draw. More land. But the amounts of life they can gain every turn is absolutely ridiculous. Like, it's up to 11 life a turn. You know what I mean? It's like, how do we ever compete with that? I literally have no idea. We can try to gain some of our own life, but, like, it's not enough, man. It's not enough, man. Not being able to address that Luminarch Aspirant right off the start was a big downfall for us. Yeah, this is just like good game. Nice. We're gonna try again. They just laid on so much heat. Good game. Surely we'll have better luck this time. Nice turn 1. We'll just play the Vessel right out of the gate. I doubt we need to remove that immediately. Oh, I guess we did need to do that. Let's just continue to play out. There's nothing in the grave yet. That Light Scribe's delicious. And they're keeping up protection as well, which is ultra annoying. Let's just keep going wide with defenders for now. We get rid of Calls the Dead because we can't replay it with Lurrus. No attacks. That removal's really good for us if we top deck a land. Actually, no, 3. That's only 4. That's 2 turns away. Yeah, let's just do it. For now, right? Oof, another Light Scribe. Wow. Do you think they have lethal? Probably not. I'm sure everything that they have survives and we lose all our stuff. It forces the spell though, right? And then that's draining their hand, and then next turn's not as effective for them. Let's get rid of another Mire's Grasp. Use Call to bring in 2 vessels. And now that's a lot of defense. This doesn't matter. They both get sacked as well. Should be able to put them on other creatures, you know what I mean? That's it for 2. We have plenty of meat in play. Right, 14 defense is quite a bit. Let's force their last spell here. They just sack Alced to give Lennon protection, I assume. But that takes 1 mana. Oh, they just have another fight as one. That's good. So they kill the 2/2/2s instead. But their protection's gone, and that's the important part for us here. So we have one more Archfiend's Vessel there. We can go ahead and pull that out now. And I think at this point, you know, we just start lacing in the damage. Lethal next turn. Here's another defender with the zombies. And they actually work out really, really nice. I guess we have... basically lethal. If it was a Defiant Strike... I mean, we're sitting on enough damage in hand. I think that should be lethal. Nice. I think they actually just grabbed it there. Oh no, that's only 10 damage. And we have the life gain to help us out. So close. And then, yeah, we're just able to smack in there. Woo! Woof! That was a close one. Our opponent plays first. Last match was so messy, but we've seen the advantage of maybe exiling some of the enchantments to just go crazy with the creatures, right? So, we have our 3 land already. Let's get our Hateful Eidolon. Eidolon or Eidolon? Get it out there. And, you know, hopefully kill this crab and take a draw. Yeah, there's the triple mill, so they could counter us. Do they, though, is the thing. I almost guarantee it. Here's the counterspell. Crab gone, we get a draw. Interesting. No attacks. Thought Thief can kill us. Actually, he can't kill us, but I would still hate it. Right? I'd rather play smart. I mean, 1 life gain. In Evolving Wilds, we scoop up an Embrace. That's not bad. They can counter basically anything here. Let me attack first. And then we could pull out a creature, maybe, that we could blast with the dead weight. And that actually pushes them to 8, so that gets a buff. But we have the Rebirth on it, and then we can still burn it. So that's not the worst thing, right? We've come prepared. they're saving that for a crab, which is pretty nasty of them, let's be honest. And this way, you know, we're getting value out of this dead weight rather than just putting it there for no reason. Taking draw here. Which against the mill deck's not great, but it's still not that bad. 2 Lurrus, so we could kind of go in with the first. We have a dead weight and Mire's Grasp in the grave. Next turn we can only play the dead weight, but... Oof, ouch. So that's a thing. That's their whole turn, though. And they hit for 0, just the mill. Let's just try to Mire's Grasp next turn. Get the Eidolon back in play. Good game. Get out of here, Mr. Rogue Deck. We ain't got time for you today. Going first, finally. It's about time. All these cheaters, right? Plus 36 degrees out today. Have I mentioned that, you guys? Oh my gosh. It's going to be a hot one. It is going to be a hot one. They've not played on turn 1. I don't mind it. I really hope they're a creature deck that we can just get to frying. Yes! Oh, free win! This is why this deck is so powerful. So freaking powerful, Randy. Boom! Their heart just broke. Literally, it just broke. They don't like that. Spellbinder takes Tymaret, calls the dead. Typically they take Lurrus, but we have 2 copies, so why bother? Let's swing in. Up to 25 life already. Can they exile Lurrus here? Nope. Get out of here! This deck is a very good matchup in the current meta. Going first, it doesn't look bad. Are we going to pull a land, or should this be our land? We have no 2-drop, we can decide next turn. What if they're a creature deck and we top deck removal? Ooh, Dimir control? 60 card Dimiris? We're gonna have to wait and see. The bird does nothing. Play slow. Yet. Counterspell? I can only assume so, right? This has to get negated. Oh! Should have said they don't have a counterspell. Since we're programming reality. LOL. Let's try and pull out the defender, I guess. Regular counterspell. Okay, we have a Vessel. Can we top deck that 4th land? No. This might be kind of bad for us later on. We have a 1 odd. Let's put an even in play. This is worth a counterspell too. Let's be honest. Wow. Incredible! No way! It is big boy rogues. Okay, I see. I see where you're going with this. They want to play defensively, don't they? No Thought Thief in play even to trigger this attack. Just damage down to 21. Oh. I see. And they take a Lurrus. I guess we should have blocked. Oh, they just dead weight our own Eidolon. We get the draw. Thanks for the double draw, bro. We don't get the draw. That was weird. Oh, but we didn't control the aura. They did. So we just have to block it no matter what. Exile other copies of Calls the Dead. No attacks. Their other Enforcer comes out. We just blocked Zerasan. We take the 3 damage. Do they have another Zerasan in hand and they just rotate the Enforcer again? I'll freak out. I will freak out. And there's another deadweight here. But we don't have enough mana. Is there a counterspell? More counter magic! Let's remove the creature, take the draw. I'm tempted to play the Archfiend's Vessel there, right? Get that 5/5 in play, but I think it's better off to just kind of spread the gap if we can. Grab that life, take them down to 12. Shit. I talked about not doing that earlier, and we did it. We did it. Oh no. Do they have another removal on our 2/2 here? Oh! Yeah, they do. So I think they would have probably had us without that bad attack, but definitely did help them. Wow. Wow. If they have removal, that's game. I assume they do 4 cards in hand. We kill Zerasan. If we can. Land, that's fine. For all I know, they have other copies of their Sand in hand. Oh, the mill. The mill. It's some damage for sure. Let's do some hitting of our own. Down to 9. We slay the Thought Thief. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Oh, Crab. With a passage on Cracked. Grody, man. We're down to 20. Ooh. That's Milltown, if I've ever seen it. Yeah, that's just like good game. I mean, they get us, unfortunately. That's, it's just too much. We're down to like 5 cards there. There's no way we come back. Just wrap it up, call it quits. Talk about the deck and break it down. Heyo! You know, we're losing some matches, but we're winning the majority of them. Big boy rogues doesn't count. That's not something that we typically see. They tricked me. I thought we were playing against a control deck for a while. I didn't prioritize my spells correctly. It is what it is. But as you can see, when you do run into a creature deck, it's basically just an auto win. It's really, really nice. Mono white, Winota, mono red, and even the little rogues. You know, they've got a hard time beating this deck, especially those little rogues, because they're milling your Lurrus and stuff, and your enchantments to replay, which is, it's not good news for them. You know, the 4 CMC rogues, well, a little bit better, I think, or the 3 CMCs, I guess we could call them. I do think fares a little bit better against this deck, but it's not something that we're seeing enough to worry about it, right? We're just focusing on those 5 decks, right? Mono white, mono red, little rogues, Winota, and then we're trying to avoid Sultai Ultimatum, of course, or just deal enough damage that they die before turn 7, which is a possibility thanks to Demonic Embrace, which is pretty cool. So with that being said, that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Thank you all for your time and attention. Definitely check out our link tree. Don't miss out on the contest, the giveaways. Support the channel if you can afford to do so. You know, join the Patreon, stuff like this. More importantly, though, have yourselves a magical day and check out some of our other content. I'll have some playlists up here that you can easily click on too when the video ends. Cheers. We'll see you soon in the next.